Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this tin can letter. I don't know, it's kind of like an Altoid tin. I did this using the April PopFizzPaper planner kit, and I will have a link to PopFizzPaper down in the down bar so you can see better pictures, but this is a process video, so let's get on into that. The first thing I started off with is the top. So I took the information card from the PopFizzPaper set, cut it down. It's 2.25 by 3.3. I will put a link to the blog down in the down bar. It was a little bit taller, so I did trim off a little bit, but you can play around with it. And then I rounded the corners with my Becky Higgins corner rounder. I put some washi down. The planet is from the PopFizzPaper set, and then the glitter is from Simply Gilded. I wanted to use the planets in the planner kit in this, but I didn't want to use it as a sticker because I needed to be able to move it around and figure out where I wanted it. So I just turned it into my own die cut by putting it on some cardstock and cutting it out. Now you're going to just see me playing around with ideas and how I wanted to set it up. I knew that I wanted to put "You're Pretty Stellar" on there because, you know, it's a planet joke. So I was just playing around with placements. The little astronaut I made and the stellar is thicker. Then I put down some enamel dots and a star and then just glued it to the top. Next I'm going to make the inside, and the first time I made this I used a 12 by 12 paper, but these are not 12 by 12. So I had one at the end that was a little bit different. The size that I cut was 3.5 width, and then I folded them all at 2.25 so that they would fit in the box, and then I rounded all the corners, and you can see me trying to fit it in there. The very last one I wanted to make a shaker. That's what I did on the other box that I made, so I cut out that piece of paper from the kit, and then I just went along and traced where I wanted to cut. It wasn't perfect, so I had to go around and do it a little bit, but this is a good way of cutting out something in the middle if you don't have a die cut machine, like a Silhouette or a Cricut. As you can tell, I just used my Martha Stewart folder thing. Then we're just going to do the shaker part. I used some cellophane, or whatever that's called, sheets, and then put it on the back of my cutout. I used some foam squares. I am far from a professional, as you can see from this. It's kind of hodgepodge together, but it definitely works. So just lining those up, making sure that they're tight together so nothing falls out. And then putting in my sequins, I used the stars from the kit and then a black and red from ones that I had. Next, I'm going to again turn one of the stickers, a quote, into a die cut so it has like a nice black background. I'm going to put it on there. The next little card or pocket that I'm going to be putting on there is a paper clip, and I knew that I wanted to make a paper clip out of the stars. So I'm cutting out the stars here and made sure not to cut through them. I did leave a little bit on the sides. I cut super fast, can you see that? To add just a little bit of extra, and then I'm going to put them through my laminator. I usually put them through twice just to make sure that they're nice and held on. Once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and cut them out with my scissors. They don't need to be perfect because crafting is never perfect, right? I wanted this paper clip to be double-sided, so that's why I cut out two. And I really love putting tulle in my projects now, so I put some tulle on there with my hot glue gun. I glued those together and then trimmed the tulle so it's kind of like interesting. And then I'm just going to make the card for it. I put down some washi, Twinkle Twinkle from the quote set and stapled it with my tiny attacher, and then I added some enamel dots. The next section is going to be a little pocket for some die cuts. I did some ripping effect just to add a little bit behind there. The pocket's going to be plain black, so I am using the tutorial by PopFizzPaper, but halfway through I kind of forgot like what I was doing, so I just kind of winged it. I'll put a tutorial to that, or a link to that tutorial in the description box, so if you want to like actually see how it is done, you can check it out. But the one that I made ended up being okay. And then I glued it. I used a paper clip for my glue because I lost the little attacher thing at the top. And then I just let it dry for a couple minutes with some clips. And then I'm going to decorate it with that washi. Do a little rimming with a gold pen just to add a little interest. And then I wanted to add a die cut with that sticker to the moon and back, so you just see me playing around with ideas. And then I glued some of those star sequins on because no one hates sequins or stars. And then I'm just going to glue that on there and then stick some die cuts. I made the die cuts, they're not from PopFizzPaper. This next pocket I wanted kind of more as decoration. I didn't want it to be like filled with goodies, so you're going to see me kind of going back and forth trying to figure out what I want to do. I had a few ideas and nothing that I had really went with the idea, so you will see that. I ended up using just a PopFizzPaper quote, which I think turned out much cuter anyway. Turned it into like a little die cut and then put it on there with some decorations. As you can see, I'm backing that a little bit, so again, it stands out. I didn't round the corners on that because I liked how one was rounded and one was not. I apologize that you're out of the frame. I did not realize that, but I'm just going through my stuff to see if I can make something or have something to make a tab. I ended up using this little metal piece that I got from Claudia in a pocket letter that says love. And then I just finished it off with some enamel dots. The very last card I wanted to keep as a note, kind of like when they open it. I guess it's kind of the first card. When they open it, has just a little hi, how are you, this is what this is all about kind of thing. I decorated it with a die cut and then did some scribbles on the side. And then I just spelt out hello with my Mom Bee stickers. Again, just put a little note so that the recipient knows what's going on. And then I put a star sticker from PopFizzPaper. I put some washi at the top so that it's easy to pull out of the thing, out of the Altoid tin. I did end up changing it to ribbon because the washi kept falling off because there's not much room to hold on to. But I'm showing that anyway. And then there it all is. I apologize, my camera doesn't focus like close up like that. So it is a little bit blurry, but you do get the idea. I really loved how this turned out. It was so cute. And then there is it closed up, and then you pull it out, and you have just a really unique letter experience. Thank you for watching.